Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Dining with Drew. Today we have a very special guest, my friend Zubin. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Zubin, PhD student. That's going well.
Is it?
Ask my advisor. He won't give you an answer.
Yeah.
Excited to be here.
Fellow PhD student. We met 7 years ago in freshman computer science class. And
CS159.
we've been friends ever since. So happy to have you on the show. So tell us what we're making today.
We are going to be making crepes several different ways. We're going to start by making just regular crepes. Then we are going to make some breakfast crepes, so we're going to add some filling to that. After that, we're going to make dessert, which is going to be Crêpes Suzette, which is a way to make crepes where it's flambéed with alcohol.
Ooh,
it's going to be
Crêpes Suzette.
It's going to be very fun.
Sounds good. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started and go over the ingredients. So, first, we're just going to have some normal dry ingredients. We have flour, sugar, salt, and then we're going to combine that with eggs and butter. And then we also have some fancy filtered tap water and some very fancy milk in a glass jar. So that's how you know it's really fancy. Is this just
whole milk?
Just whole milk?
Yeah.
Fancy whole milk. Okay. After that we have
the ingredients for our filling. So we have turkey bacon. It doesn't kind of crisp up as much as regular bacon, which makes it much easier to roll or spread around. Smoked Gouda, we're going to shred this up. Green onion, of course, and just a little bit of Philadelphia cream cheese. So then we have the ingredients for the flambe, for the Suzette. Namely, we have cognac. This is VSOP, so it's been aged at least 4 years, 4 to 10. Then orange liqueur. Typically, you'd use Grand Marnier, Grand something, Grand Mariner, as Americans say, Grand Mariner. You use that, which is already mixed with a little bit of cognac, but we're just going to use Cointreau for today, and also just some fresh orange juice.
delicious. And then the last part is for the raspberry drizzle, which is going to be raspberries, shocker, I know, and cornstarch. All right, so let's go ahead and get started.
Nice. So we're going to start just combining all the wet ingredients and dry ingredients separately. We're going to mix the wet ingredients up and start mixing them together.
All right, let's get cracking. Get it. So we're gonna crack the eggs.
3 eggs for this recipe. Like so. Glug, glug, glug. That's the one. And that's the half. Grab a whisk. Start whisking. And then the remainder of the wet ingredients is going to be half a cup of cold water. And this is just going to help keep it a little bit on the thinner side. We're trying to make French style crepes. We definitely want to keep them thin.
Okay, so now we're gonna add the dry ingredients. So first, flour, 1.5 cups of flour. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of sugar. And then we have 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter melted. And last, we have 3/4 of a teaspoon. 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, which is about that much. That much.
Now we're going to mix everything together. So we have the dry ingredients here. We have the wet ingredients here. We're going to slowly add the wet ingredients to the dry as we mix it. So we're going to start by just pouring maybe about 1/4 of the wet ingredients into our bowl. And we want to keep the batter nice and thick here. So we're just going to add a little bit more. And turn it up just a little bit higher. And we can turn it up one more time. And add the rest. So now we're going to get our stove ready. Today I'm using a crepe pan, which is fantastic. It has kind of a very thin lip around the side, but really any kind of pan will do here. Some kind of non-stick, probably ideal. This is a seasoned non-stick pan rather than a spray, which is excellent, especially for some of the flambe stuff. You don't necessarily want to light non-stick pans on fire, so we're going to use this, and we're going to start by adding some butter. So, get a nice chunk of butter, put it on the pan, turn it up to medium heat.
We'll just wait for it to
Do a time lapse here, just like. So now that we have a nice buttered pan, I'm going to start adding some crepe batter. The important thing here is we want to try to add it onto one side and then let it kind of swirl around. We're going to take the pan and we're just going to mix it up. So we have about 1/5 of a cup, just under 1/4 of batter, and we're going to put it on one side and then swirl it around by hand. And this first one's going to be very buttery.
I'm like, that's a lot of butter.
Yeah, it takes a couple to get the butter off, and then we're going to get some very nice looking ones. So, and then we can look to flip it.
Oh no. Are you okay? Did you burn yourself?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's going to taste good. If we do that fold there, that's the traditional crepe fold. Sometimes you do it when you fill crepes, but it's very often done for desserts. Beautiful. We're going to do a small little variation here. This is a dessert crepe. Some people like this, some people hate it. What we're going to do is we're going to use cream cheese, and we're going to use more than you would think we should. And we're just going to roll this. We want a nice kind of circular roll. So bring it in like that. And then as we do, we kind of squish it out to the sides just a bit. Roll it again, keep it circular, and then squish it down. And once we get it all the way out here, we make sure that the cream cheese is spread to the sides as well. And just take our knife, cut it right down the middle, and we have a little Americanized treat.
Yum. You gotta try it on camera.
It's good, right?
That's really good.
Very complimentary flavors.
That would be like good for breakfast. I'd eat this for breakfast.
Instead of bagels, why not crepe?
Yeah, fewer carbs, more cream cheese. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and make the raspberry drizzle. We're still popping out these crepes one by one because we only have one pan, but that's the way it goes. So, anyways, so we're gonna take 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and put it in another pan. And then we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of water in the same pan. And then we'll take our whisk and we'll mix that water and cornstarch. Okay, so we're gonna turn this pan onto medium heat, and then we're going to add a box of raspberries, whole raspberries to it. Yay! Now to our raspberries, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, and then last we're gonna add a dash of orange juice. So we have our pan of orange sugar raspberries, and we're just gonna stir it up a little bit and like crush the raspberry. Okay, so we'll take our hot raspberry drizzle and we're gonna put it into this little strainer here to get the seeds strained out.
This is my rant. This is my chef's rant right here. What's the deal with low ingredient recipes? I saw a recipe for 1 ingredient brownies. What was that ingredient? What was it? And it wasn't brownie mix.
Flour?
Dates. These were just date bars.
It's not a brownie.
It's not a brownie.
You can't call that a brownie.
You can't just reduce the number of ingredients to the point where it's no longer the item and be like, you want to make brownies? You only need 1 ingredient. Dates.
Okay, so we're gonna take the rest of this smoked Gouda and like a medium grater? I don't know. And we're gonna grate some cheese to it.
We're gonna make some sunny side down eggs using our pan. They're like sunny side up eggs, except we mess them up a whole lot. So, I'm just gonna start 2 eggs in the pan. Quickly season the eggs with salt and pepper. Just a little bit. And now for the fun part. First, break the yolks, like so. And then we're going to take one side and just, almost like we're whisking, we kind of have an in and out motion. And we're just going to do this all the way around. So we're not quite scrambling them. We're not quite over easying them. We're just getting this nice mixed bottom side down egg.
Okay, so we're gonna take a little bit of water and put it in this frying pan here. And then we're going to add these strips of turkey bacon and cook them in the frying pan.
For the last step here, we just need some green onions. We're just gonna finely chop and just get them going everywhere. It's much more fun to take a bunch like this, just kind of chop off what you need and then put the rest of the bunch back rather than taking a whole one and chopping down the entire length. It just takes too much time. We're gonna start assembling. So, lay down a crepe. Take some of our cream cheese. This time we do want to spread it very thin. Easiest way to do this is kind of scrape at the top, so when it gets onto your knife, it's not in a big clump. And then we only need to spread it on one side. So this is just going to add a little bit of balance to everything else, particularly with the cheese, because smoked Gouda can be a little bit overpowering of a taste, and this kind of smooths it out. Once we've done that, take our smoked Gouda, just sprinkle it all along there. Since we have the cream cheese, we can use a little bit extra. And we're going to get some of our green onions. Don't want too many. That flavor is going to go a long way. And now, one strip of bacon, like so, down the side, and we can just take off the end there. And last but not least, our eggs, which are a little bit overcooked by now, but also same thing, just a little bit. That's enough, honestly. And we're gonna make that same kind of fold. So I'm gonna start from one side, fold over into the other, and kind of press down, try to even the ingredients out. And then we're gonna fold it one more time, like so. Press down again. Don't press down too hard or you will start ripping the crepe. But once we do this, we have a little breakfast crepe stuffed.
All right, let's try our breakfast crepe. Wait, cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, that cheese.
Yep.
Yeah, you were spot on about that. It's like, you know, everyone's done like bacon and eggs, you know, but like with that cream cheese and the Gouda, wow.
So to make our sauce, we're gonna take our pan, nice big pan, ideally with large edges, so that we don't get fire everywhere. We're gonna put in a lot of butter. This is half a stick, so 4 tablespoons. So now we have our nice, very buttered pan. We're gonna add about half a cup of orange juice, like so. Just spread it around with our spatula. And this is what we're going to use to caramelize our crepes. So once we have this, you're going to turn our temperature down a little bit, medium high to medium low. I'm going to start dipping. Dipping is a very fun little process. The way I like to do it, you want to kind of get the bottom half, so holding it here, and we have half there, and then we fold it over, and then because we don't want to touch scalding hot butter, we fold it over again, somewhat like so. And then we're just going to do this with all of our remaining crepes. So dip that side, fold it over to the other side, and then fold it over one more time. Beautiful. So, I'm going to make our alcohol. The important thing when doing Suzette, or really any flambe, first of all, no loose hair, right? Everything like that. Second, we're not going to put our hands or faces over the flame, but we'll get to that. Third, we don't want to pour from the bottle, because if it catches fire as we're pouring, it goes inside the bottle, heat makes things expand. We have flaming alcohol all over the kitchen. Nobody needs that. So, not only do we not want to waste all our alcohol, we don't want to die. So we're going to take
Priorities here.
Priorities. So we're going to take a nice open, this is designed for alcoholic drinks, and we're just going to pour our Cointreau and our brandy. It's about 2 to 1 Cointreau to brandy if you're using this combination, but a little bit more brandy, not a bad thing. Swirl it around, just gently, and when it comes time to flambe, we will simply pour this over, ignite it with a match, because we will be, not a match, a lighter, because we'll be outside and it probably won't catch fire immediately. Let it burn out, and then eat. So, we don't have to do this too quick, because it shouldn't catch on fire based on the pan's heat, but
Shouldn't?
we're gonna pour the alcohol in, tilt it away from both of us, and then
Ooh,
flambe.
flambe.
Just gonna mix the fire around a little bit, make sure it gets equally, and it'll put itself out.
Wow.
So pretty, right?
Look at that. It's like, yeah, just blue, beautiful flame. That's so cool.
Searing those flavors in, finishing that caramelization.
Oh, that smells so good. I love that.
And just spread some of the raspberry drizzle / paste. Raspberry paste. It's still gonna be a great proportion of flavor. just smear it on. Exactly. Just, yeah.
Yum. Oh no.
There we go. And then we can take our graham cracker. And we don't want to put this, we don't want to put it on top, because we do want to taste kind of the crepe by itself, and then with the raspberry, and then we can add in just a little bit of chocolate. So we'll tuck it in behind the first crepe, like so. Just a little presentation. And we have Crêpes Suzette.
Wow. Okay, this is the thumbnail. Let's get a good one.
Perfect.
Oh, that is amazing. That looks so good. Look at this. It's like you from a restaurant. It's beautiful. That's good.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, that raspberry sauce is just so like. I mean, fresh raspberry as well. Wow, I taste the orange. Oh, that's really good.
That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. All right, well, that's all we got for you. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Zubin, for this lovely recipe.
Absolutely.
It was a great time, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.